So welcome to the first game. Of the Fort Atkinson June Classic. Your Waterloo Pirates taking on the Middleton Cardinals. In game one, there is no pool play in this tournament. So depending on a win or loss by the Pirates will determine what time they play next. So Waterloo is the home team and takes the field first. Cash will start today on the mound. He has been the number 2 pitcher that has normally come in, but he will start today. And the first pitch is outside and high for ball 1. And that pitch is also outside. So 2-0 hole here for Cash right off the bat. First batter of the first inning. That's fouled over here, over the Waterloo dugout for the first strike. 2-1. And there is a pop-up coming back and right over top of some of the Waterloo fans off to my left here. So Cash has gotten back to an even count here, 2-2. And that is lined past second baseman Gavin into center field for a single. So Middleton with the leadoff hitter aboard. Cash's first pitch is inside. Ball 1. And he's off with the pitch, swing and a miss. And throw it on to second, and the base is stolen for Middleton. Runner in scoring position for Middleton. Top of the first, no score. And that one is fouled straight back behind me and onto the track. I don't know how you get around that. There's no clean entrance into the track there. That ball's going to be gone for a while. And Cash, that one is straight up. Trey has got a beat on it and unfortunately cannot catch that in foul territory. It falls harmlessly to the turf in front of him. So we are still back to a 1-2 count. And that is lined foul just outside of third. And he's off with the pitch and fouled off. Gets a piece of it, stays alive. that is another foul ball over here. Dylan's got a beat on it. And Dylan will catch that in foul territory. And the runner will tag from third. I think he might have left early. They may want to check that. I don't know.
Go left field, knock him down.
That ball is outside. So one down in the top of the first. Middleton with a runner on third. And that is a shot out here to center. Off the fence. And gets it in. And an RBI for Middleton. And they take an early 1-0 lead in the top of the first. So 0-2 count. And another foul straight back and into the track area.
Battling now, here we go.
The fences between here and the track are probably no more than 25 to 30 feet. And that track fence is probably only about 8 feet tall behind me, so. And there is a shot down to right. Drops in front of Shea for a single. And this will get runners on the corners with only one down in the top of the first. Middleton already leading early, 1-0. And runner from first is off with the pitch, but no throw down to second. And that is over to Dylan, and he gives chase, but falls too far away from him to make the play. A 1-1 count. That is out here to right. Shea catches it and gets the ball in quickly, so no tag from third. We have two down now in the top of the first. Middleton with runners on second and third with one run in. That ball is high and fouled back and into the track again. I want to put one of the kids inside the track fence. That's the third ball in there already. And it's only the top of the first. And that is a slow grounder to third. Jacob picks it up, throws to first, and he is out. So Cash limits the damage to only one run. Give up 3 base hits and 2 stranded. So early on in this game, Middleton up 1 and Waterloo coming up in the bottom of the first. Batters up for Waterloo will be Trey, Mason, and Cash. Cloudy, overcast day in Fort Atkinson today. Rain expected a little later in the day. Hopefully we can get this game in and at least one more. There is potential today that how Waterloo may play as far as wins and losses. They could potentially have 4 games today if the rain holds off. So we will stay tuned on that. I know if Waterloo is to win this game, their next game will be at 2 o'clock at this same field, and if they happen to come out on the short end of this game, they will be playing at noon. And after that, it's a crapshoot. I do know that if you win your first 2 games today, you don't play till 10 o'clock tomorrow. That would be nice. Unfortunately, Waterloo, in the 3 tournaments they've been involved in, they are 0-8 right now. So looking for that first victory in tournament play for this team. Most of these same young men are on the teener team that plays in the rec ball during the week. And that type of competition is not the same that they see here in these tournaments. So Waterloo has gotten closer to victories. Last week's tournaments, when they played 2 games, they lost each game by 1 run. So Trey steps in here as the leadoff batter, and that is outside, ball 1. And Trey lines one to left, and that will fall in front of the left fielder for a solid single. So just like Middleton, Waterloo with the leadoff batter aboard in the first inning. Mason steps into the plate. Nice chalk lines down the first and third base line, but no chalks for the batter's box. And fake bluffed throw to first, and Trey with only a 2-step lead over there. And Mason swings through that first pitch. And he throws over to first, and Trey is again back in time with only a 2-step lead over there. That is outside, 1-1. The second game that Waterloo played last week against Franklin Crew. And that ball is high, 2-1. Waterloo had some problems on the base pass. I think they got picked off 3 times at first base. The starting pitcher for Franklin Crew. And Mason swings through that one, 2-2. The starting pitcher is a lefty, and he had a great move to first, and Waterloo got picked off 3 times. And Mason skies one out to center. He's got a beat on it and records the first out via the flyout. So Cash steps in here with 1 down in the bottom of the first. Waterloo trailing 1-0. Trey out at first. And back to first again, and Trey is in there standing. And swings through that one, and Trey is in there with a stolen base. Throw was up the third base line. Waterloo with a runner in scoring position. Looks like the second base had a little bit of a dirt issue, and the umpire needs to reset this. Still can't get it to sit right. Little repair work here. So timeout during our broadcast. So Cash, the only one on this team with a home run in tournament play. Hit one to dead center during the June Classic, Can of Corn Classic down at Dyersville. We were actually playing in Dubuque at that time. And looks like we have a field issue here. May need actually a repair. Something up with the second base bag after Trey slid in. So we have a bit of a timeout here. I don't know if the clock stops for game time on this. I'm assuming not. So quick reset for those of you just joining us. Middleton plates one run in the top of the first. On Waterloo, Strands two runners. Cash pitches out of a jam, runners on second and third, and only allows one run to score. Waterloo, Trey leads off with a single, and Mason popped out, and then Trey just stole second, and we've got the issue with second base not going back and being set properly to be even with the playing surface. So it looks like they're doing something to dig out around the post, and it looks like now it's flat. And congratulations to one of the Middleton coaches who was able to get that fixed. I think maybe we can send that base home with them as a trophy. So we'll get back to live baseball here. I believe it is 1-2. Oh, no, 0-1 to Cash. And Cash follows that one back in into the track area, and I see there's two kids in there now to track down balls. So 0-2 to Cash. And Trey is back in time, barely. Don't want to get picked off today. Need as many base runners as we can get. And that is way outside. Nice stop by the Middleton catcher to keep Trey at second. Let's see if Cash can find one here to drive. He got some speed out on second. Anything in the gap, and Trey should score. That is on the inside corner. Cash strikes out looking. 2 down for Waterloo in the bottom of the first. Brings up Shea, with Trey still out at second. We may have a pinch runner here for Trey. Oh, yeah, that would be a problem. So if we would have a pinch runner for Trey, it would have to be the one who made the last out, which would be Cash, who's the pitcher. So you're not really trading anything off there. So, and Shea with a pop over here to right. He's got a beat on it and records it for the third out. So Waterloo strands a runner on third. second, and is unable to score. So through one inning of play, Middleton 1, Waterloo nothing. So we will set the rest of the defense for you. I didn't have a chance to do that in the first inning. Looks like it might be the same infield. And looks like the same outfield. So it's Cash on the mound, Trey behind the plate. First to third is Dylan at first, Gavin at second, Mason at short, Jacob mans third base. Your outfield from left to right is AJ, Tucker in center, and Shea starts the game and continues the second inning in right field. Trey was able to quickly get his catcher's gear on, and Cash able to start his warm-up tosses. It was foggy on the drive over here this morning. Dense fog advisory till 10 o'clock in the morning.
Guys, maybe something to drink up there.
Start it, man. You go 1-7.
Yep. All right. So first pitch of the second inning for Cash is swung on and missed. Strike one. And that second pitch is a little dribbler up to Cash. Fields it and over to Dylan for a quick out. And that is a shot out to center. Tucker's underneath it. And 3 pitches for Cash and 2 quick outs in the second inning.
Something going 2 out. Come on, infield. 1, 2, 3 now. Nothing by you.
And that is swung on and missed. Strike one. Middleton batter is way up in the front of the box. And that is popped up, and Trey has got a beat on it. And Trey is unable to catch it. That is a fair ball. And they are firing it down to second. And he will be in there. So that landed right in front of home plate as a fair ball.
On defense, know where you're going. Knock him down.
That is low. And Trey fires it down to third. But he is in standing on that wild pitch. Middleton with a runner on third with 2 down. That is high. 2-0. That's a strike. Two and one. That is high. 3-1. Middleton catcher on the on-deck circle. That is inside, ball 4. Cash's first walk of the game. Middleton with runners on the corners with 2 down. Interesting that the pitcher comes out on the field to grab the catcher's gear, but they actually allow it without a helmet on his head, even though there's nothing going on. First pitch gets away from Trey and rolls back to the fence, and Middleton is able to score. The runner moves up to third as he was stealing on the pitch. And Middleton with another runner on third. 1-0 count. And a second run on the board for them. They lead 2-0. That is popped over the Waterloo fans behind me. Even at a ball and a strike. That was just outside, 2-1. That is outside and back to the fence. And Middleton will score another run on a quick coaching visit with Trey the catcher. And that is ball 4, second walk of the inning for Cash. So it started off as a promising, efficient inning. The wheels have fallen off. And he's off with the pitch, swing and a miss. No throw down to second.
Come on, Waterloo, let's go. Wake up, boys.
He's off to third, and that is shot out here to right. Shea camps under it and puts it away for the third out. But Middleton is able to plate 2 more runs. 2 walks, an error, and a couple of wild pitches. And through an inning and a half, Middleton leads 3-0. Due up for the Pirates. Gavin, AJ, and Dylan. I don't know about you, but it sounds like those 3 batters, it sounds like one of them's going to score. That sounds like a run for me. For the Pirates. Got something we got to get going here. Gavin will step in. Sometimes he's in the leadoff spot, but has been dropped down to number 5 in the order today. The Middleton catcher was on second, so he is busy trying to get his catcher's gear back on. Both Waterloo and Middleton with their catchers in the leadoff spot today. Middleton opting to not bat their entire lineup. They are only batting 10, and they sit 4 on the bench, and they will sub as the game goes along if they want. Is an option in tournament play where you do not need to bat everybody. Just need to confirm that in the coaches meeting. So Waterloo steps in the bottom of the third, or bottom of the second here in a 3-0 hole. And Gavin will be the batter. Switching out baseballs, as that one must have hit the dirt or went into the outfield grass. Could possibly be a little slick. So a dry ball for the Middleton pitcher. First pitch here in the second inning for him, and Gavin fouls that one back into the track. Anybody want to take bets on the over-under that's going into the track today? I think that's number 6 right now, and it's only the bottom of the second. Anybody want to take over-unders? I'll give you 11 as the over-under. That ball is high, even, and a ball and a strike. And that is behind Gavin's head, 2-1. That is over his head too, and back to the fence, 3-1. Waterloo with within one ball here of getting their leadoff hitter aboard for the second time in the game. 2 consecutive innings. That is strike 2. Gavin thought that was outside, but it was called a strike, so it was full count. And Gavin with a little shot just past first into right field for a solid single. And that gets away from the first baseman. I don't know if he was expecting a throw down to first or not from the outfielder, but Gavin able to advance to second on that errant throw. So just like last inning, we've got a runner on second. Waterloo threatening the bottom of the second, down 3-0. And AJ fouls one over the Middleton dugout for the first strike. And that is inside, and it hit. AJ tried to jump out of the way, but still struck his uniform. So Waterloo with the first 2 batters in the bottom of the second inning on base. And in steps Dylan.
Let's go, Cards! On your toes, here we go.
And that ball is high for ball 1. And that ball is high, 2-0. So a little control issues here for the Middleton pitcher in the bottom of the second inning. Waterloo trailing 3-0, but runners on first and second, nobody down. That one's to Dylan's liking, and he swings through that one. 2-1 now. Left field line is wide open for Dylan. Poke one down the line there. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. and throws back to second, but Gavin is in standing. I wasn't even sure if the infielders were ready for that, but it does look like the shortstop backed up the second baseman on that throw. So 2-2 to Dillon. And he swings through that on an outside pitch for the first out of the inning. Tucker stands in, still with runners on first and second for Waterloo. And fouled straight back for Tucker. Strike one. Ryan's in the on-deck circle, and he's got his catcher's gear on, so there may be a defensive replacement here in the top of the third, where Ryan may take over for Trey behind the plate. Tucker swings and hits a solid single past second base. Goes into the outfield. Gavin's coming around third to score, and AJ slides into third safely. So an RBI for Tucker. And Waterloo plates their first run. They are down 3-1. Nice contact by Tucker. Middleton trying to help dry some baseballs off. Tucker not being held on first. Was taking a 3-step lead over there, but now the first baseman is holding him on. Tucker only with 2 steps. That ball is outside, and Tucker will be into second. The throw came over to the shortstop to prevent AJ from trying to score. So no stolen base for Tucker. But now runners on second and third for Ryan. And that is down the middle, strike one. So 1-1. And Ryan hits one out here to right field. Caught out there, but AJ will tag. And he is coming in to score. And did something to his knee when he stepped on the plate. We are not going to show him on the ground. He's grabbing his left knee, but he's coming back to the bench. So Ryan with a sac fly. AJ comes in to score. Tucker moves over to third on the play. So 2 down for Waterloo in the bottom of the second inning. Down 3-2 with 2 outs. Wide steps in. Tucker on third. Yeah, that ball is high. Tucker's already in the box. He's ready to, Wyatt's already in the box. He's ready to swing. And the Middleton pitcher still had his back to the plate. There's a nice little looper. Is it going to fall? No, it'll be caught out there by the right fielder. But Waterloo gets 2 back that inning on a single by Tucker and a sac fly by Ryan. So through 2 innings of play, it is Middleton 3, Waterloo 2. AJ must be okay. He's coming into the game to play right field. So we'll have some defensive changes for you this half inning. Cash is still on the mound. So defensive changes for you. Shea moves from right to third. AJ moves from left to right. Wyatt is in the game in left field. And Avery takes over for Dylan at first. And Ryan will take over for Trey behind the plate. Three new defenders on for Waterloo, with Wyatt, Avery, and Ryan. And Middleton will have their 3, 4, and 5 hitters up this half inning, leading 3-2. Wind picking up in Fort Atkinson. Your announcer again did not dress appropriately. Should have probably had his long underwear on. I do have a blanket around me, as with many of the other Waterloo fans have blankets as well. Coach Ross Reedy behind the dugout taking his sip of Mountain Dew. And first pitch is a changeup in there for a swinging strike. That's another strike. Quickly ahead, 0-2 in the top of the third. First batter. That is just high and inside, 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. Drop third strike, but they will throw down to first to record the out. So Cash with his first official strikeout of the game. And brings up the cleanup hitter for Middleton.
Come on, Lou! Let's talk! Let's go 1-3.
And that is popped up behind me. Will it be in the track? It is. Number 7. Your announcer's gonna have to keep track here. I called the over-under at 11. I'm probably gonna be low. But that is number 7 so far. That is high. Even at a ball and a strike. That is fouled back and into the track.
Battling now, 1-3. Here we go.
1-2. That ball bounces just short. 2-2. Nothing wrong with that pitch. Maybe get him to chase on that. And that is shot down to third. Gloved by Shea. And over to Avery at first for the second out. 2 up, 2 down for Middleton. Number 5 hitter steps in. This is their starting pitcher. First pitch is low. Ball 1. That ball is low and outside. 2-0. And that one is low. Gets away from Ryan, back to the backstop. So 3-0. Difficult keeping the balls dry today. That's on the inside corner. 3-1 now. And that looked like that was in the same spot, but apparently just a little bit more inside. So there's a walk. We have a pinch runner in for the pitcher on first. Time called as Middleton needs to get their batting weight off the field. So runner on first here for Middleton. Middleton with a modest lead out there. A little loop in here in front of right, in front of AJ. So Middleton with a rally here with 2 outs. Sounds just like last inning where Waterloo was able to record 2 quick outs and Middleton was able to come back for 2 runs. Let's hope that's not the repeat performance. That's a shot out to center. That fell in front of Tucker. So we have runner coming home, but so another single out to center. And that plates another run for Middleton. 2 down, and on the throw home, both runners move up. And they are on second and third. Middleton runner on second. Looks to be laboring a little bit. Ball is outside and high. That is a grounder over to Avery at first, who gloves it and steps on first for the 3rd out. So Middleton is able to plate another run that inning after 2 outs. 3 out of their 4 runs have come with 2 outs. And through 2.5 innings of play, it's Middleton 4, Waterloo 2. Due up this half inning for Waterloo, Jacob, Avery, and back to the top of the order in Trey.
I think he created a bookstore, like set up a bookstore. Yeah.
Over under on the balls in the track is 11, and we're at 8 right now.
What the score is?
4-2. Same pitcher on for Middleton for his 3rd inning of work. And we are back to live baseball here, and Jacob will be stepping in with his first at-bat of the day. And that ball is low. 1-0. And Jacob follows that one and lands next to the Middleton dugout up the first base side.
Hustle, let's go.
And Jacob fouls that one back into the stands. Almost picked off a couple of the younger sons of the ball players. There's 4 of them here on the stands right next to me, and landed right next to Brooks's foot. Tucker's younger brother. He's okay though, Jackie. And Jacob swings through that one for strike 3. Second strikeout that Waterloo has had this game. Attack the ball, Peachy, in front of the plate. Oh, took your head out of there. Nose on the plate, buddy. Strike 1 to Avery. And that is over by the first baseman, and he is unable to get to it, similar to what Dylan had in the first inning. That's 2 quick strikes to Avery. Okay, buddy, anything close, you gotta be swinging, buddy. Don't go down looking. Attack this ball. That ball is low, 1-2. Good eye. That is low and outside, 2-2.
Here we go, Brody.
And that ball is grounded past third for a single into left field. And Avery is just able to beat the throw from the left fielder. He's got a cannon out there. That was closer than it should have been. But Avery with a single past third. And Trey stands in now with 1 down in the bottom of the third. Waterloo trailing 4-2. And Trey swings at the first pitch and fouls it up over here by the Middleton dugout. 0-1. Come on, Trey, just like last time, buddy. Trey with a solid single to center field, his first at-bat. That is outside, 1-1. That is outside and back to the fence, and Avery is off to second on that wild pitch standing. So 1 down in the bottom of the third, and Waterloo with a runner in scoring position. 2-1 count to Trey. Hopefully anything to the outfield, and Avery may be able to score. That ball is high, 3-1. Bases on deck.
Hey, climb it back now, Brody. Here we go.
And Trey with a shot down left, but foul. Out in front of that one. So we'll come back in a full count, 3-2.
Here we go.
That ball is way high. So Trey walks, runners on first and second for Waterloo with 1 down. Mason steps in.
Roll 2 and get out of here. Let's go, Carl.
Flew out to center his first time up.
On your toes.
And Mason swings at the first pitch. And into the track for number 9 of the day. Good speed on first, not so much on second for Waterloo. And Mason with a pop out here to first. And it falls past the second baseman. He picks it up and throws wildly past the second baseman. And everybody is safe on the play. Oh, nope. They called an infield fly rule. So, infield fly rule on that play. Dropped, but the runners are still able to take second and third on the play. So 2 down now for Waterloo. And Cash steps in. That is low, ball 1. Chance for Cash to drive in 2 and tie this game up. Awful shallow and right. That ball is high, 2-0. Outfield is rather shallow for Cash if he's able to get a hold of one. There it is, back to the pitcher. A little throw over to first, and Cash is out. So Waterloo is turned away in the 3rd inning. Runners on first and second with only 1 down and are unable to score. So that ends the 3rd inning. Middleton leads 4-2. Middleton doing the damage this game with 2 outs. They've scored 3 out of their 4 runs with 2 down. And actually have started both rallies with nobody on. So it's unfortunate. But no quit in the Middleton team. With 2 outs, they just step in and say, no problem. We'll take it from here. And different parts of their lineups were able to start rallies with 2 outs. And able to plate 2 runs in the 2nd inning and 1 run last inning. Cash on for his 4th inning of work. Your defense will remain the same for Waterloo as last inning, so we won't need to reset that for you. Cash's first pitch is way high. Ball 1. That is outside, ball 2. And that is fouled straight back here and remains in the diamond. 2-1. Definitely hard to keep the balls dry today. And I'm just walking over here to the field from the parking lot, and you got to walk through about 100, 150 yards of grass, and my feet are wet. That ball is high again, 3-1. And that that is inside. Ball 4. Cash's 4th walk of the game. And Middleton with their leadoff hitter on for the 2nd time in the game. 3-step lead over there by the runner on first. So he's talking about his balk rule. Once he comes set, he can't move his shoulders. I think that's what he's doing. I just want to give him a bit of a warning. I think maybe in this tournament they do allow 1 warning. Some of these tournaments at 13U, you don't get a warning. And he is off with the pitch. Ryan will not throw down to second. Middleton with a runner in scoring position with nobody down in the top of the 4th inning, leading Waterloo 4-2. And attempted butt, but a foul straight back. 1-1. Waterloo hasn't seen too many teams try to bunt on them. This is maybe only the 3rd batter. There have been no successful attempts. But this is only the 3rd time that I've seen anybody try to bunt. And that ball is low. 2-1. Another diamond here that is being played on. That ball is inside. 3-1. We are on the high school field, Diamond 2. And Diamond 1 is off to my left. That's a nice pitch and a fire down to third. But the runner is in standing. Full count. And Middleton with a runner on third. Nobody down. And coming back. And that is swung on and a dribbler just outside of third. And we'll do it again at 3-2. And that ball is swung on and grounded over to short. Mason picks it up and throws down to Avery for the putout. But the runner from third scores. And Middleton with a 5-2 lead. Coaching visit to the mound. We will have a pitching change. Cash will be going into the dugout. And Jacob will be coming on to pitch. So with nobody on in the top of the 4th, we can close the book on Cash's pitching for the day. 3 1/3 innings pitched. He gave up 5 hits, 5 runs. Only 3 of those runs were earned. 1 strikeout and 4 walks. Again, these stats are all unofficial. I do not keep the official book, but I think I'm pretty accurate. So let's see if Jacob Gear can finish off the last 2 batters this half inning. And Waterloo can get back up and score some runs here in the bottom of the 4th. So this has been a close game. Waterloo the last two times, last two games last weekend in the June Classic in DeForest Windsor. Waterloo was in both close games, losing both games only by a run. They're only down by 3 here. And plenty of time left to rally. 9:04. I believe the first pitch was right away at 8 o'clock, so we are on schedule. Not quite sure what the time limit is on these games, if it's an hour and a half, hour and 45, I'm not sure. Every tournament's different. And Jacob's first pitch is in there on the outside corner, strike one. Back to the top of the order for Middleton. This is their starting catcher, and that's fouled straight back right at me. 0-2. Jacob quickly ahead. Coach Reedy making the pitching change before this lineup could turn over and see Cash for a third time, and that is fouled back. So, wise move by Coach Reedy. In my book, anyway. A little strategy involved in that play. And that is fouled back over by the batting cages. We'll do it again at 0-2. Ooh, just missed. I don't know where that one was. That must have been inside. One and two. That is outside. Good waste of a pitch, I would say. 2-2. That is way outside. 3-2. Let's not lose him, Jacob. That is outside. So Jacob, who starts out with an 0-2 count, loses him on a walk. 0-2 count and 2 more foul balls after that. And he's off with the pitch. Ryan, no throw down to second.
Hey, let it go. Shoot it.
Looked like Ryan was in a position to fire down to second. I don't know if the batter was in his way or what. Yeah, that is swung on and missed. 1-1 now. And he's off with the pitch, and that is popped out to short, and Gavin will actually go behind Mason, the second baseman, to make that catch. I believe he called him off. Had a better angle at that one, I guess. So now it's 2 down with a runner on second. And that is right down the middle for strike one. And that is a grounder over to short. picked up by Mason and throws over to first. He record the third out. So Jacob's walk does not come back to hurt him. Stranded on second, but Middleton does plate another run. And through 3.5, Middleton 5, Waterloo 2. Due up for Waterloo this half inning, Shea, Gavin, and AJ. A new pitcher on for Middleton. Look, we have some additional defensive substitutions here for Middleton. I think that's a new shortstop. I see that the former pitcher is now playing third base. Same catcher. However, the outfield looks like it may be the same. I can only tell by how the hair looks under their hat. I know the right fielder had a lot of hair under his hat, and that is still the same way this half inning. So, it's the bottom of the fourth, and Pirates trailing 5-2. And Shea steps in. And swings at the first pitch. Little grounder up towards third, and the pitcher is unable to corral it. Actually trips when he tries to pick it up, and Shea is safe at first. I think even with a clean field, Shea was already down the first base line far enough they weren't going to get him. So, Waterloo with the leadoff man aboard again. In the bottom of the fourth, throw over to first. Shea with only a step and a half lead over there, and he's back in plenty of time. Gavin, who started the rally in the second, led off with a single that inning. He steps in now. He's also scored the first run for Waterloo today. Shea with a two-step lead over at first. Not going, and Gavin swings through that one for a strike. Even at 1-1. And Gavin swings through that one for strike 2. And he swings through that low pitch for strike 3. So AJ is up, who was hit by a pitch and scored also in the second inning. Stands in now. That is inside. Change of pace pitcher for Middleton. Doesn't look like he's got a lot on his fastball, but he's got some good location, at least with the first couple batters. And AJ swings through that one for strike one. Paying a lot of attention to Shea at first. Again, not with too big of a lead, only 2 steps maybe. And AJ swings through that one. 0-2. So Waterloo down 5-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on first with 1 down. AJ in the hole 1-2. And he fouls that one back into the track. We're at number 10. The over-under on that is 11. My call, that was. And that is strike 3. But because first base is occupied, there does not need to be a throw down to first. So back-to-back strikeouts after Shea's single. And Dylan steps in, who struck out his first time up. That is low and outside. Ball 1. And Shea back again. Outfield at moderate depth. Right fielder looks to be a little bit shallow. And Dylan swings through that one. Keep your head in there, Dylan. It's all right. Deep breath. Keep your head in there. And swings through that one, strike 2.
Here we go. Back and ready to fire. Here we go.
Just the speed is off here a little bit. Pitcher's not pitching as fast as the starting pitcher. And that is inside. 2-2. Tough for Dylan to lay off of that one. Just shocked, actually, that he didn't swing at that. And Dylan with a foul. Got a piece of it. Seems like the batters are waiting back on these pitches, but they're finding out they're maybe a little faster than what they thought they were coming in as. Don't look like they're coming in that fast. Obviously not as fast as the first pitcher. But Dylan more in the front of the box. Maybe they just need to move back a little bit. And that is a foul back. Looked like he threw a changeup on that one, and Dylan was able to hold back on it to get a piece of it. Count stays at 2-2. Shea still at first. No thoughts of even trying to steal. He's still there. Dylan fouls that one over the Middleton dugout. So with each swing, Dylan's making more solid contact. Let's see if he can put one in play here. Coming back 2-2 again. There's the pitch. And that's fouled off. Another changeup that Dylan fouls. There's a little dribbler over here by the Middleton bench. Dillon with the battle and flies out here to right field. Caught by the right fielder for the third out of the inning. So Shea leads off with a single, and he's stranded at first. So through 4 innings of play, Middleton 5, Waterloo 2. So this is game 1 in the Fort Atkinson June Classic. If Waterloo ends up at the short end of this game, they will be playing on this same field at noon. And if they're able to come back, they will be playing on this same field at 2 o'clock. So we won't be going anywhere, folks. It's just going to be on this field for the next game or 2. All games tomorrow will be played at Memorial Park. There's also some games going on there right now. 8 teams in the 13U division. The game after this features Wanakee versus Mequon Heat, I believe. Jacob back on the mound. Some more defensive changes. I see Trey is back behind the plate. Dillon back at first.
On 1-3, a little aggression here. Let's go it.
So Ryan and Avery will sit the bench this inning. As well as Wyatt. Looks like Cash is in left. Tucker in center, AJ in right. So the first pitch in the top of the 5th for Jacob is in there, strike 1. That ball is high, back to the fence. Off the top of Trey's glove.
Here we go.
Yep, there's a gap in right center. And grounder past Mason into left field for a single. Jacob's first hit given up of the game. Came in for relief of Cash last inning and recorded the last 2 outs. That ball is in there for a strike. Modest lead by the runner on first. And Jacob steps off the runner, but no throw over there. And the runner dives in head first. And that ball is popped up. Jacob with a play on it and throws back to first. But the runner is back in time. Runner was off with the pitch, but was able to get back to prevent the double play. I don't know if he missed the sign. First base coach was talking to him over there. 1 down at the top of the 5th. And Jacob fouls one over here to Dillon. Dillon's got the play over there at first for the second out. But this is where the problems have been for Waterloo. They're able to record 2 quick outs, but they've allowed Middleton to sneak some runs across with 2 outs. 3 out of their 5 have happened that way. So let's see what Waterloo can do here. Jacob's first pitch is foul tip. Strike one. That is high and tight. 1-1. That's 1-2. Late getting over the on-deck circle here for the Middleton hitter. And that's fouled off into the track for number 11. That's the over-under. One and two, and a grounder over to Mason at short. Fires over to Dillon at first and records the third out. So with two down, they were able to shut the door. So Middleton has turned away in the fifth with no runs. First inning, they haven't been able to score. So through 4.5, Waterloo trailing 5-2. And due up for Waterloo, Tucker, Ryan, and Wyatt. So a closely contested game in this initial opening contest of the Fort Atkinson June Classic here on June 11. 8 o'clock game in the morning. So let's see if Waterloo can get the bats going and get back into this game and tie it, or maybe even take the lead. Don't know if there's going to be enough time if we even go 1-2-3 to even start another inning, but I'd rather just get the runs here and take enough time off the clock and close it out after 5. So the sun looked like it was going to try to poke out here before. It was getting a little lighter, but that only lasted about 5 minutes. So Tucker steps in, who drove in the first run with a single to right. His last time up, first time up actually, only time up actually. And that is hit. So Tucker is on. One pitch, one hit batter. Tucker with good speed on first. And Ryan steps in. Definitely a gap in right center, if he can get a hold of one. That ball is high and swung on. He didn't like it. He knew it as soon as he started his swing. I think his eyes got big on that one with as slow as that one was coming in. And that ball is in. That is another hit batter. So back-to-back hit batsmen for Waterloo in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on first and second, and Wyatt will step in. I think one tournament last year, Wyatt must have led the tournament in hit batsmen, so I don't wish any ill will on him, but if he can get on by the hit batter, so be it. That is fouled back. And that was high and outside. Probably should have left that one alone, but Wyatt couldn't lay off. So we've now got a pitching visit. Coaching visit to the mound, excuse me. I don't think hasn't thrown a strike yet, but 2 offerings by the Waterloo batters and got a strike. Otherwise, he's thrown 4 straight balls. 2 batters have been hit. But Wyatt did swing at the last pitch, so that's 0-1. Same gap in right center for Wyatt. And that is into right center. Just past the second baseman. And unfortunately, Ryan had to hold up on that to see if it was going to be caught. And he unfortunately could not. Once the ball was dropped into shallow right field, Ryan was not able to get to second in time before he was forced out. So on the play, Tucker moves to third. So Waterloo with runners on the corners with 1 out. And Jacob Gears swings through that first pitch. Strike 1. That is strike 2. Bottom part of the zone, I guess. Jacob the victim of a strikeout his first time at bat. And Tucker back to third, but Wyatt is off to second now. So we've got runners on second and third for Waterloo. And a 1-2 count on Jacob with 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Waterloo trailing 5-2. And Jacob swings through that one. So 2 down now. Come on, Avery. Attack this ball. And Avery swings through that one. And Tucker is coming in to score on the wild pitch that Avery swung on and missed. Tucker scores, and Wyatt advances to third. And foul tip, strike 2. Keep your head in there. That ball is low. 1-2. And that's fouled off. Straight back. Attack it. Get it in front of the plate. That ball is low. 2-2. Avery with a single his first time up. And that's fouled off. Off the track fence, so not in the track. Still at 11 balls on that one. And Avery with a shot down the third base line on the chalk. Going into the corner. And Avery takes a big turn at first, but he will stay. but he gets his second hit of the game and an RBI. And Wyatt scores on the play, making it 5-4. Avery making the chalk fly on that single. Was able to turn on it and put it past the third baseman. Wyatt able to jump out of the way in time, so he didn't get hit either. And Trey with a line out to third for the third out of the inning, but Waterloo plates 2. So through 5 innings, Waterloo trails now 5-4. We're at 9:34. I've got 9:34. So hopefully we're able to get another inning going without time limit. Defensively for Waterloo is going to remain the same as last half inning. I don't know if your broadcaster is going to be able to handle another one-run loss if this happens for a third game in a row. But Waterloo is able to get rallies. So hopefully Jacob's just able to throw strikes here this half inning, and we're able to get some recorded outs here real quick. And we got Waterloo's able to get back up this next half inning. We've got hitters 2, 3, and 4 due up. So top of the order, just what you want when you're only down by 1. Third base coach has got to hustle out here.
Keep it here, boys. Let's go.
And Jacob's first pitch is swung on and out to center. Falls right in front of Tucker. Unfortunately hit the Bermuda Triangle there, so second hit given up by Jacob. So 1 pitch, 1 swing. 2-step lead over there at first. Jacob steps off, fakes the throw. Jacob with a offering that is swung at and fouled up the third base side in front of the Waterloo dugout. He's off with a pitch, swung on and missed. Trey throws down to second, ends up on the third base side. I don't know if he could throw around the hitter.
One shot. You got this, kid. Here we go.
0-2. And a little grounder over here to second, picked up by Gavin. Throws over to Dylan to record the out, moves the runner over to third. So 1 down in the top of the 6th. Middleton leading 5-4. Strike 1. So this was a substitution made by Middleton last half inning. This is his first at-bat of the game. And fouled over the Middleton bench, 0-2. So runner on third with one down. Jacob ahead 0-2 and lined right back to Jacob. Caught. Runner not far enough away from third to be doubled off, but there's two quick outs. Let's see if we can strand a runner at third. And Jacob with a shot out here to right. Or left. Falls in front of Cash for a single. So Middleton picks up another run. They now lead 6-4. Cash didn't get a good jump on that. Jacob fakes the throwback. Off with the pitch. Ball is low. Just throws it back to Jacob. 1-0. Well, that last batter was the leadoff hitter. So Jacob hits a batter. Runners on first and second now. 2 down for Middleton. Brings up their third hitter in the lineup. And that ball is outside, 1-0. Outfield is awful deep. I do believe this batter hit one. Yeah, he never stepped off. He's got to step off on that in order to not have a balk called. So runners on second and third. Got to concentrate on the guy at home now. 2-0. Got to concentrate on the hitter. Retire this guy and then get back up to the plate. There's a swing and a miss. 2-1. Jacob took a little something off that one. That ball is high. Huge secondary lead by the runner out at second. Three and two. Oh, first base is open. First base is open. I wouldn't want to walk him to get to the cleanup hitter, but and fouled straight back. We'll do it again at 3 and 2. And that is popped over the Waterloo Moms over here behind me. So we're still at a 3-2 count. There it is, fouled back again. And we're at 12 in the fence now, so the over-under was 11. If you head over, you win. I hope you had all your bets placed.
Here you go, double deuce.
And that is flied out here to left. And that's going to fall in front of Cash and behind Jacob, or behind Mason. 2 more runs score. Middleton with a 3 spot here in the top of the 6th. They lead 8-4. Top of the lineup doing damage here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner still on first, about a 3-step lead. Jacob steps off and fakes the throw. He's off with the pitch. Trey fires down to second, but he is safe.
Hey, trading places now, 1-3. Let's go. Come on, Apple. Let's go.
Big swing and a miss. 0-2. And that is a shot out here to left. I think Cash is under that one. And he's got it for the 3rd out. But damage has been done.
Hey, here we go, Connor.
Middleton plates 3 more in the top of the 6th. And they lead 8-4. Again, due up for Waterloo. 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Mason, Cash, and Shea. If any one of those gets on, Gavin will be up. But it's rally time now, boys. Don't know if we're going to see the same pitcher on the mound. We are for Middleton.
He just went over by you guys. I think it's 8-4. 8-4.
So if Waterloo is able to come back here and score 5, we can have a couple games off. If we're unable to come back, we will be playing at noon. It is getting lighter. The sun's trying to burn some clouds off. I don't think it's going to happen. Pretty much going to be overcast all day, I think. All right, so let's see what damage can be done here by the top of the order. Well, 2, 3, and 4 hitters anyway. Need some runs, anybody on, doesn't matter how. Just got to get some people on base. First pitch to Mason is popped up. One pitch, 1 out. First pitch fastballs, they're aggressive, but just not being very successful on getting any base hits today. That ball is inside. That's a strike. 2-1. Let's see if Cash can find something to drive here. That ball is inside. 3-1. Cash swings through that one. That is fouled over here on the right side. Can the first baseman get there? And he can. Nice catch in front of the the Middleton dugout. So Cash with a foul out. And Shea is up. Ball is on the outside corner, strike one. Shea with a single his last time up, a little dribbler up the third base line that the pitcher fielded, but was not able to get to his feet in time and throw. So strike two to Shea. Waterloo down to their last strike. I'm assuming. I don't know if we have time for a seventh inning. I'm guessing not. So that's why I say we're down to our last strike. That is low, 2-1. And Shea rips one into left field. Two hops the fence. And Shea will be digging for second. And he's in there with a double. So nice 2-out double for Shea. Brings up Gavin. Gavin is 1 for 2 today with a run scored. That ball is high and outside, 1-0. Well, Middleton was able to plate a bunch of runs with 2-out rallies. How about Waterloo? That ball is low and inside. It is 3-0. And Gavin was not swinging at that 3-0 pitch. And now we're 3-1. And that ball is low and gets away from the catcher. Shea will head down to third. So Gavin on via the walk. Runners on the corners now for AJ, who's hit by a pitch and struck out. Gavin bluffing a run over there, getting into the pitcher's head. Throw over to first, but he's back in plenty of time. 2.5 step lead by Gavin. And nothing going. but right down the middle for strike one. The ball is outside, 1-1. I would have thought that Gavin would have been off with one of these pitches with as quick as he is, but there, now he's back. Oof. He still didn't have to slide on that one, but he was back in time. And AJ swings through that one. Strike two. 1-2. Waterloo down to their last strike, trailing 8-4. Bottom of the sixth, runners on the corners. And 2 down. That ball is low. Snap throw down to third, but Shea is back with a head first slide. So, 3-2, full count. That ball is inside. And throw down to second. And he is in. So that was only a 2-2 count, I guess. Now it's 3-2. Sorry? All right. So 3-2. Runners on second and third for Waterloo. And back throw to third. And he's picked off a third for the third out. Shea picked off third. And that will end the ball game. So rally comes up short for Waterloo. They lose 8-4 against Middleton. And we will be back at noon for game 2. For a team that plays the next game, whoever loses the next game is a team we will play at noon. So we'll see you back here at noon. Hopefully it will be a little warmer. But once again, your Waterloo Pirates go down once again 8-4. See ya.